Welcome to Bootstrap Businessmen, the podcast devoted to inspiring the entrepreneur with an on a shoestring budget. I'm your host, Dale L. Roberts, and this is...
Kevin, let's go do karate in the garage. Alan, how y'all doing today?
Yes, karate in the garage. You're going to probably see a little bit of like strange things going on in the background. As you can see, there's like a ghost over to the right of Kevin's head. It's because we're playing around with some of the lighting in here. Tickling my nose. Yes, it is. But you know, we're going to be playing around a few little things here. So, no, we're not going to have any crazy special guests, but I will tell you this. You're going to see, oh, wow, there's a little thing on the very bottom. It's going to be pimping a lot of stuff. It's funny. I probably should switch the names because I'm underneath your name and you're underneath my name.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, well, come on.
Typically, we're flipped anyway.
Flipped,
so
yeah. All right, so I want to let you guys know ahead of time that I do have live chat up today. Yes, I've got live chat. So if I don't respond to you, it's because either A, I'm not paying attention, or B, I'm not paying attention or I'm a dick. One of the two.
Yeah, whatever.
But I am paying attention on here. Most likely you'll see me commenting. I'm actually logged in underneath my self-publishing with Dale L. Roberts, so don't be thrown off. And, you know, if Kevin feels like it, he can always open up live chat as well. So please hit us up. So our boy Scott J. Marshall II. Scott, we weren't ignoring you last week. We promised.
I was.
Yeah, I was. He knows me by now.
No.
So, man, there's a lot of really, really cool things that are going to be coming and developing here in the very near future with Bootstrap Businessmen. And one of which is we're using open broadcast software, which is OBS for short. So that means that we get to directly stream to you guys right onto YouTube Live, and we can have a little bit of those bells and whistles, things like pulling out the green screen, things like videos.
Yeah.
I would like to eventually get it to where maybe we can pull up relevant news content that we can be able to comment on. And I'm not talking about who was voted president. I'm not talking about all those things. I want to talk about things that can make you money, that can make you a living, and that can keep you out of your 9-to-5 day job or get you out of it.
So you're talking maybe stuff from like Wall Street Journal, you know what I mean? Different avenues.
Exactly.
Not just the CNN stuff.
You know, I would love to actually, one of my favorite ones, and possibly one we get off the air here, you ever heard of Success Magazine?
Yeah, absolutely.
Success Magazine, actually run by Darren Hardy.
Dude, they follow us on Instagram.
Wonderful. Love me some Darren Hardy. Let me tell you. Guy's fantastic. He did the Entrepreneurial Roller Coaster more recently. I think it was last year he released that. Amazing guy. But in any event, Success Magazine, I would love to actually get some articles there. Maybe talk a little bit about some on Entrepreneur. Because the thing is, we want to make sure that you guys are coming in and you're not just getting us dicking off. Because, the two of us have actually been able to... He's fixing the light. Hey, that fixed your problem. Good work, man.
Ghost is gone.
One of the, I want to make sure that, the two of us, we're going to, come on here. We're going to dick around because we're best buds,
We're going to dick around.
Yeah, we're going to dick around. What's your favorite dinosaur? You know the answer.
No, I don't. What?
Velociraptor.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
guard on the movie, and this is my favorite comedy.
Yeah, Velociraptor, man. Come on, dude. We can pal around, but we want to make sure that we're delivering good content to you that keeps you guys coming back. So here's my next pledge to you. So I pledged that I would chat with you live. So if I'm not getting live notifications on here, not my fault. So you get over live. Of course, you got to subscribe to the channel and set those notifications on so you know exactly where to go. Hey, before we get any further into this, do us a favor, support the show. Go to shop.bootstrapbusinessmen.com. Once again, that's shop.bootstrapbusinessmen.com. Do all your shopping at Amazon. It's no extra cost to you. Won't adversely affect anything. You don't have to pay any more, but a small percentage, and I mean small. We're talking anywhere from about 4% to as much as 10% of all sales comes back to the show, and we can actually be able to put more upgrades into it. Things such as this, things such as, I think it would be a great goal for us to actually expand the channel and bring in some good high-quality cameras.
High-quality cameras, and, here's something to expand on, too, as we move along this, like on location and stuff.
Absolutely, yeah, and we can be able to get some little hotspots we can take along with us.
Like Florida, Costa Rica.
Yeah, Florida, Costa Rica, Germany.
Wherever we feel like going, I guess.
Yeah, so, and a lot of people might think that we're kidding. I'm serious, and I know Kevin's
absolutely.
serious as well. We want to get out there. We want to provide you that stuff.
Talk to business owners, new business owners or somebody that's got tenure, with owning a business, so you can get that knowledge.
Absolutely. And so happens, actually, you just talked about this, says, do you own a small business inside the thing? If you own a small business, we want to hear from you. Absolutely. We want to hear from you. We're not asking you to put a sponsorship on the show. Uh-oh. I just got to hear myself. So if you're a small business, please contact us at bootstrapbusinessmen@gmail.com. Once again, that's bootstrapbusinessmen@gmail.com. So let's get into the content. What has your week been like since I talked to you last Wednesday? I know there's one thing I really want to kind of cover, and it's how your business is massively expanded.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week, man, just to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
Been doing some research, and again, some things take a little bit of time before you implement.
Yeah.
Okay, because you got to know kind of what you're getting into, and how it's going to work for you. Is it going to be a benefit? Can you manage it? That's the biggest thing. Is if you're running a business and you want to add something to it, are you going to be able to manage this? So, looking for a little bit of time, man, I needed some help because I just go out all by myself. I've got a few agents that work with me, but still on my own, door knocking and visiting people, which I'll never stop doing because I think that one-on-one connection is what's helped me build such a solid platform.
Yeah.
But I hired some telemarketers.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Want to give them a shot, see what was going to happen, see how it's going to work. And I'll tell you what, let's see, today is Wednesday. What did I tell you on Monday?
I think it was Monday you contacted me.
Monday afternoon, put this in place. Folks, we're talking after 4 p.m. It was in the evening.
Yeah.
So by Tuesday afternoon, I wake up and I've already got, let me see if I count it correctly, I've got 12 appointments already scheduled. So these are pre-screened. People know that I'm coming. They know what they have ready.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what that does is it helps the small business owner. Already their time is valuable, so they're ready to go, and I can walk in, grab their statement, whatever they want me to look at, and we can just start hitting and go through it for 15, 20 minutes instead of me spending a half an hour trying to warm up to them and get what I need to help them. Okay, so this has saved time, and honestly, it's going to end up saving me quite a bit of money too.
Okay.
With time management, so they're loading my schedule up, and I'm just like, how am I going to do this? This has been nuts.
It's an hire on some other people, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good problem to have, but
yeah,
it goes back to that, man. You have to be ready to be able to manage this beast.
Are they booking them into a schedule that you guys have, like a shared schedule that they're able to look and see what your availability is and then insert people into those spots?
Absolutely. We put together a shared calendar.
Okay.
And I go in and I'll block out the times.
Is it like Google or?
Yeah, it's just a Google Calendar. So
okay, tremendous. So anybody can use it.
Yeah, anybody can use it.
Okay.
It just goes in, and I got a different color on my phone because I've already got 6 different email accounts. I have to color code everything anyway.
Yeah.
So they book the appointment. They put a little synopsis at the bottom, who they talked to, what they talked about, if they offered them anything special.
Okay.
And what I should be looking for. So I've got all that notes. So I'm going in prepared, knowing who the business owner is, not looking around trying to figure it out. So I've already got the business owner's name. They got their statements ready. They have questions. Maybe they ask the person on the phone, they want to know about this. They want to know about that. How does this POS work? So all of this, I'm already building the conversation before I walk in the door.
That's tremendous. And
this
huge. Kind of actually goes over that whole hurdle we were talking about. What was it, last week or the week before last? We were talking about the whole no solicitation thing.
Yeah,
week before last.
Ago.
Yeah, and now it's like, I think that anybody that might have that like tight butthole, like, personality when it comes to no soliciting, chances are likely as soon as your telemarketer call, they're probably hanging up the phone anyway.
Right, absolutely. And, and that's the thing, too. I know that these guys, they got me 12 appointments just within the matter of a day and a half, but I also understand they probably went through 100 phone calls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 100 dials to get that.
Right.
But I'm not having to. And I'm not having to stop and walk 5 miles, into a plaza and talk to everybody, which I don't mind.
Yeah.
But I'm building the one-on-one relationship a lot quicker. I noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because today was the first day I ran a few of them, and it's rapport right off the bat. They're ready to go. What's the bottom line? What can you do? And then it's just shaking hands and.
Yeah, I think at
It's
this point you've just pre-screened and you've kind of pre-qualified some of these business owners, especially so for instance, you're not dealing with the terse individuals. It's okay. You probably run into some terse individuals. You probably have some great clients that were like that initially, and they're really cool now.
Yeah.
But that took a lot of time and a lot of effort. And at this point, we need to take the low-hanging fruit. We need to find the business owners that are receptive to you.
Yes.
And that's where the telemarketers are kind of coming into place.
That's where you're going to expand and see. And then every time I leave somebody, I always tell them and say, look, I want to help you make money also. So from referrals, we'll pay you $50 a referral. So new account, get a list of a few referrals before I leave, and then they start sending me people as they're comfortable, and we're doing what we say we do for them. So then you get that referral business. So it saved me time, and I'm still getting the same back end benefits that I did after building that rapport, and just it's happening a lot quicker. But man, just trying to manage this, I'm like, holy crap! I know it's the holidays, but so next week
it's gonna get crazy, man.
Yeah, when it hits January 1.
Yeah.
Good Lord, man, it's gonna be.
Well, congrats, man.
It's gonna be a beautiful problem to have. Thanks. I wanted to do this a year ago.
Yeah.
But everything I looked at that point, it was going to cost a couple $100 a week and stuff, and I'm just like,
oh, so you're originally having to spend money to get this team.
Yeah, so that's a great point.
Okay, so now you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
You're telling me you didn't have to take anything out of pocket to get these telemarketers.
$0 out of pocket.
Okay, get the fuck out of here, man.
No, it's $0 out of pocket, and that's a lot of something we talk about.
Okay.
Creating, your own material, putting it up doesn't cost anything, right?
Yeah.
With ACX doing the books, the narrator, you're just sharing the royalties.
Yeah.
So it doesn't cost you anything out of pocket. So if you're listening, I'll remember the name here in a minute of the place.
Yeah.
Anyway, so basically what I had to do, is I get paid for every account that I submit, right, to whatever company that I send them to. They give me a set amount of commission dollars. Okay? And then also there's a residual that happens from that.
Yeah.
So when I was talking to the manager, he's like, how do you get paid? So I told him, I said, man, there's residual and there's upfront commission. So he goes, okay. I said, which would you rather have, a percentage of the residuals or a percentage of the upfront commission? He got back to me the next day. He said, they want to do a percentage of the upfront commission. Okay, so you're not taking any of the money that really matters to me.
Right.
Good.
They need the instant gratification. They need the payment right away.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. It's almost like hiring a freelancer. They don't want the residuals. Some of these freelancers don't want the residuals.
They want to pay it right now.
Ashley Gadd was one, for instance, that was on here. I can't imagine. Ashley probably is missing out on tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in residuals because she wants the payment up front as opposed to the percentage. Now, Ashley, we love you. Please don't think I'm dissing you. That's just your model. That's what you want. You don't want that risk associated with having to, say,
hopefully
for instance,
it works.
Hopefully it works. So it's, to me personally, if I was that telemarketer, and hustling my ass off, I think it would compel me to work harder if I knew I was getting residuals. If I knew it was like, okay, I'm going to get 5% for the rest of my fucking life, who knows what this business, you might be signing up a business right now that could be an early startup that can turn into $1 million business, and you've got the point of sales on it.
Absolutely.
And all of a sudden, I've just become the world's wealthiest fucking telemarketer, which, you want to hear some fun fact? I was a telemarketer once.
When?
In college. Yes.
No
actually, I am not. I totally am not kidding. Yeah, we keep fading in and out. Sorry, folks. Like I said, we're still playing with some of the lights. I can get them all ironed out in due time. So in any event, I was actually a.
I did not know this.
Yep, yeah. It was actually the name of EBSCO Telemarketing. Yes, it was actually in Bowling Green, Ohio. And I was in my third semester. It was actually my worst semester in college when I dropped, shortly after I dropped out. But actually, I got Harold the job there, and I also got Russ the job there. We were paid $5.25 per hour. We worked 5 hours per day, 5 days per week. So it was about a 25-hour work week. We got a decent check for back then. $5.25 was nice. And for every credit card order that we would get, you ready for this? On the spot, a quarter.
Oh my God! I think we get like $10 nowadays for that.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, it's so funny. I think it's just my Mac or something. It could be the auto color that's doing that. So in any event, yeah, I did telemarketing, and a lot of people are real tight butthole on this shit, where they're just kind of like they're real clenched about it. They're like telemarketing, I hate telemarketers. Not everybody hates telemarketers. Okay,
No.
Get over yourselves.
Well, I tell you what, man. Honestly, if you're looking to do anything sales related, okay, here's a tip. You don't have to take it. It's just some advice. I recommend that you do it, because what it does is it toughens your skin. Okay.
Oh God, yeah.
You get used to rejection. You learn how to overcome that and come back really quick for the next phone call and the next person you're talking to. So, any product that you're looking to sell, go find a sales job or jump in telemarketing, even if it's just for a month, just to learn. That's going to be a better benefit for you in the long run. Just a little tip, just something. You don't have to do it. I would recommend it though.
Yeah, it's the funny thing is actually, I know when I went into it with that thought where I disliked telemarketers, but as soon as I got out of it, I had a better and finer respect for telemarketers. So anytime I do actually have a telemarketer come on, I'm actually a lot more polite with them.
Sure.
Okay, I gotta admit, I've been a dick a couple times, only because I just
yesterday.
Not like where I'm an asshole. Where it's like I like to fuck with them. Where I'm just kind of like they'll be like, oh, is such and such available? Yeah, I am. How's it going? And they'll be like, oh, it's going pretty good, and blah blah blah. And I'll be like, sweet. What's the weather like out there? And they'll be, and it throws them off the script because you have a script that you typically stick to.
Yes.
So you gotta. And as a telemarketer, it's like I gotta stir this back onto the course.
I just have that.
And so by the time they get ready to pitch some stuff, I'm kind of asking dumb questions where I'm just like, and I think I've done it a couple times where Kelly's like, stop it! What are you doing? Hang up the phone.
Absolutely, man. You got to screw with them a little bit because I think they appreciate it too.
Yeah, some of them laugh and smile. But yeah, for the most part. But now anymore, I don't think any telemarketer is able to get through because I don't answer the number if I don't know it. So anybody that tries to get a hold of me, sorry. Leave a voice message. If you don't leave a voice message, then I guess you're not important enough for me to call back.
It wasn't a big deal. So yeah.
So in any event, so how did you find this telemarketing service?
High-speed Googles, man.
Google. Okay.
Yeah. I just started doing the research, like I said.
Okay.
I mean, this wasn't the first company. This was probably, I would say number 7 or number 8.
Oh, wow.
That I actually talked to. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you were weighing pros and cons of various places.
Absolutely. Yeah, getting my own leads, maybe trying to do it on. I telemarket sometimes, especially when it's cold as shit out.
Yeah.
I don't leave the house. I'll just make phone calls all day. Hate it, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
So with this, it frees up time.
Yeah.
And time is one of the things that a lot of people say that they don't have enough of.
It's irreplaceable, man.
It's irreplaceable. So
it really is.
So freeing up my time helps me to a couple things. I can venture into other areas with this business. Also frees up my time for us to grow this business and some family time too. Some frees up some options. So it's worth it to me to pay that upfront commission. Again, that I could care less. Sorry, not care less about, but that's not my goal. That is not my aim.
Yeah.
That's not the paycheck that you want. So, because if you're just living for that constant upfront money, and you're going to be running your ass off, you're constantly going to be running behind.
It's that whole living paycheck to paycheck type deal.
Yeah. The job mentality, just over broke. You know what I mean? That's what it stands for.
Yeah, just over broke. Yeah, remember that, folks. I'm so fascinated. Okay, so do you remember the name of the organization that you
That's what I'm sitting here and racking my brain.
Damn. Well, if you forget that, that's okay. Question for you. Could you utilize this telemarketing service in some other avenue outside of this? Like some of the things, the businesses we've talked about, anything from like shirts to books to whatnot. So is there any way that we can utilize that in some other capacity?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, especially if you got a website. If you got a website set up, you can direct people there.
Okay.
Or you can call, if you got a specific shirt or brand or something that you're trying to get out.
Yeah.
It's like a buddy of mine's he does beer bombs. He makes his own beer bombs.
Okay.
So he could take this, calling, people trying to get his beer bombs out, chapsticks and stuff that they make. So it's literally selling those products over the phone.
How do they get the pool of numbers?
A couple different ways. There's with the business side of it, it's crazy because all they do is they just type in, I think this is all they do, is they type in a geographical area.
Okay.
And they kind of break it down by small to medium, large business. And I tell them to keep within the small business because a small business can actually be up to, I think it's 5,500 employees or something.
Okay.
So that's still considered,
That's still considered small.
That's still considered.
Yeah,
small
I'm thinking
business.
Small, like 3 or 4 people on staff.
that's mom and pop. They're not even really on the list. Small to medium business. Between the two of those, medium can go all the way up to 50,000, and then it jumps into large organizations at that point. 50,000 and above. So if you know a company has 50,000 employees, they're actually just a medium-sized business. Crazy, right?
Nuts.
Yeah, that's how they're classified. So then they put in a zip code, a certain mile radius where I want to work, and I told them 35 miles. That's a good number. That encompasses everything around Columbus and some of the outlying areas. Okay, so they drop that in the bucket, pulls up the names of the business owners, when it was incorporated, how much it does per year. I mean, there's a volume amount. It'll show like $500,000 to $2 million a year, whatever the case is. So they're going in knowing this.
So this really their work is the only work they really have to do at this point. Sorry, I'm just turning my ringer on.
Call.
It's just call. So there's really not too much. They already have the intuitive software to actually search up what they're looking for. Yeah. They're doing it in an area that's going to be good for you and your business, and then it's off to the races. Dude, I'm. You got a goal set for February. Man, I'm telling you this right now. I think that you're going to far exceed that because knowing you, if they lay the groundwork, all they need to do is get your foot in the door.
Just gotta get me in.
And you just get into the door and start talking to people because I think you're a connector. You tend to kind of you build a relationship with anybody.
Yeah, grab butt.
Oh my God!
They didn't do that. No, it is. It's true.
That's
story.
actually a pretty good microphone.
Sorry. No, but you're absolutely right. I mean, that's one thing to do, man. I love people. I just love to hear their story, where they're from, why they got started, and honestly, you get somebody talking. The biggest thing is everybody likes to hear themselves talk, right?
That's why we have a show.
Right. So you get somebody talking, and you just find out so much information. You just got to be able to note that down, bring it up in the conversation. Just become a good conversationalist, really. But so all of this stuff is done by February. The cool part about it is I've said February. All the accounts that I did last month are now into their first full month with me. So in December, that's going to start being there. And then January. But February 1st, my goal, and just so everybody knows and stuff, is I honestly want to take a month off.
And I don't think that's unrealistic.
I don't want to do anything. It's not going on vacation. I don't want to do anything with this side of the business besides maybe or answer some phone calls and emails. Yeah. I can't completely remove myself from it.
No. Well, I mean, I imagine eventually, you'll be able to get some people to actually maybe run it on days that you want to take off.
Man, my ultimate goal, the residuals, I want them to be there as long as possible, but just start making maybe some smart investment choices.
Okay.
Then, at a certain point, maybe just start selling it off. I can start selling the portfolios and stuff off to other companies, or the company that they're with right now, they'll actually buy them from me.
Interesting. Okay, that's brilliant. And I was sitting there thinking like investments, like you were talking, like invest in like real estate or something like that.
Yeah, maybe either real estate.
Get a trailer park or like an apartment complex. The trailer parks, by the way, are phenomenal money.
It's because they're so cheap, and then
you're so cheap, and you're getting really, really good money on that. Actually, my wife and I actually went to a Rich Dad seminar. We paid pretty decent money to do 2 weekends.
Nice.
One of them was with Robert Kiyosaki's paper assets manager at the time, and then another one was one of his real estate
Okay.
experts. Gosh, their names elude me right now. But it was great, yeah, that we learned that weekend. Actually, if it wasn't for Rich Dad Poor Dad, if you guys ever
Read
have
it,
the opportunity, yeah, get Rich Dad Poor Dad, read that. But here's the other thing is, you're actually going to find out, and I'm not getting any affiliates for saying this, Robert Kiyosaki, if he actually runs some kind of a seminar in your neck of the woods, register for it. Usually they're free. Go in. You can sit in. They're going to pitch you something. I promise they will. Okay. And they actually typically have like an upgrade of some sort. Like it'll cost like $300, I think it is, for a weekend. Do it. Do it. It is worth it.
It's an investment in yourself.
Yeah, and even then you get to meet other people that are just like you, that are still, kind of, they're treading water. They're having struggles. They want to be better. They want to do better. And that was one thing that my wife and I were able to actually get from that, was we actually were able to meet a lot of positive people. Now, of course, they're going to upsell you on their mentoring and their coaching, and that's okay too. And I've heard some phenomenal things about that. We couldn't afford it at the time, or we just didn't want to afford it, because we got what we needed out of both of them. One was the real estate, like I said, and the other one was stocks.
Sure.
We did a lot. I learned so much about stocks over that course that weekend. Well worth it. And here's the biggest thing.
He's big on diversity.
My credit, dude, was fucking wrecked. I mean, for my first marriage, I walked away with the entire debt. Okay, I'm not going to say my ex-wife's name, but she knows who she is, and I walked away with about $22,000 in debt because I just wanted to part ways with her. I said, "Fuck this! I don't want to see her anymore. Just give me the debt. I don't want to hear from you." And she tried to give me her school bill, and I was like, "No, that's yours.
Yeah.
That's yours. I'm not taking your fucking school bill." Wow. So at any rate, I unfortunately it was hard for me to do. I was going from 2 people supporting these bills to just 1 person. Sure. And I'm telling you, I was a very successful personal trainer, but I didn't have anything to show for it. Now, granted, I made some stupid fucking money purchases. And, it doesn't everybody, but here's the thing is, it fucking wrecked my credit. I mean, just annihilated, but I refused to file bankruptcy. But I was like, you know what? I will get late fees tacked on. I will talk to these people, and I will arrange it, and I'll pay every last fucking bill. I got taken to a court a couple times, and I got sued a couple times, and I got garnished a couple times. So, but those were just 2 instances. And at any rate, I was able to get all of the bills paid back in full. Okay, and here I was back at ground zero, if you were, square one, and I still had a fucked up credit. And we went to this Rich Dad seminars, and this is what we learned from. It was Escobar. His last name was Escobar. Maybe Escobar. What's that? Mario Escobar.
Sounds good.
But either way, cool guy. Obviously there's a good reason why they're going to be suggesting that you go get some credit cards, 0% APR. You can be able to go ahead and invest in your stuff. And of course, at the end of the seminar, they're like, and of course you can use that credit card to get our course. But the thing is, we learned something. Is my wife and I found, it was like, okay, you get a credit card, you got 0% APR on it for, like, say, introductory, like 12 months or 18 months or sometimes 21 months or even more. Sure. Here's the thing is, use it strictly for business purposes. So what we did was we got 1 or 2 credit cards under my name, okay? And I think I only got like a 12-month type trial or whatever for 0% APR, which is funny because I was like, I'm not going to get it. And I'm like, oh, they accepted. So we went and took those things, and we just started just loading our Amazon FBA business on the cards. Okay. And, of course, every time we'd sell a product, pay it off. And, of course, it was just like, boom, it shot my credit score right back up, right into the upper 700s. I was fucking thrilled, man, because I was like, wait, I'm like, I just did something I like doing, first of all.
Yeah.
I got to build my credit at the same time. And on top of that, you know what? Some people don't give a shit about credit scores. And really, at the end of the day, I don't, because I feel the same that I did when I was at, a lower 600, actually upper 500 credit score to, mid 700s. I still feel the same, but the same thing is it's not a burden on me. I don't feel like well, if I want to go get a loan for a house, I'm not going to feel like, oh, well, shit, my fucking credit's shot. Now I can go in there. If I want to buy a car today, I can literally go, okay, let's go ahead and apply for a loan, and I can just get a car if I wanted to.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you have to be able to do that. So let me ask you this: did you do it on your personal, or did you do it under a business?
I did it under personal, only because
Okay.
I found out. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Most business credit cards, they won't let you get signed up until your business has actually become established for at least about a year to 2 years, or have um,
Backing.
the financial backing. Yeah, in other words, you have to give those financial statements, much like when you go to apply for a loan for a car, you personally have to put that up. Am I wrong in saying that?
No, you're right. Depending on what you're looking for, what kind of card, there's so many different kinds. They will look at that. How long have you been in business? I've been in business for 3 years.
Okay.
Under an LLC is just going under a year. So you know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's kind of interesting. I still I can't go back to certain things now because I took those out of they're in my personal. Now everything I do is under this business, so I can't go back to certain accounts and really do, you know what I mean? They're just there.
You just can't switch them over. It's
Can't
just that
switch
way.
them over. Yeah, that's just where it is. And it's unfortunate because it would be nice to have that extra revenue stream in there, like you said. So when you go to look at something, a house, a car, whatever it is, or a credit card, you've got your portfolio. So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah, man. Oh, dude, we have really clicked through time. I said let's shoot for 45 minutes today, man, and we definitely need to make sure that
32.
we need to make sure that we leave at least 2 minutes at the end for our outro. So,
Cool.
yeah, we've really cooked. I can't tell you how excited I am about the whole telemarketing thing, and it's so cool. Next week, dude, your homework, I need you to bring in the name of the organization. Let's see if we can get a contact of some sort, so that way we can give some of the people exactly. And maybe, I'm sure, let's find other business models that have used it outside of, say, your point of sales, because there could be something here that a lot of people are missing out on, an opportunity that could be huge. You already mentioned Beard Balm, how somebody could have done it through that.
Well, think about it. Like, what is it, Beachbody, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they use telemarketing services.
Yep, I've been called a couple times.
Yeah, so, and that's just selling a product.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's insurance companies, obviously, there's insurance salesmen. Let's see, what else that I know right off the top of my head. Like any company, Sprint, Verizon, cell phone companies. So telemarketing, to be honest with you, is the backbone of a lot of businesses. We don't even really realize it.
Yeah.
But they are. Yeah.
It's amazing that you didn't even have to spend any money. That part right there gets me so excited.
Yeah.
That's what I love doing about this show is I want to be able to show people that you don't always, a lot of people go, I don't have the money to start something up, or I don't have the time.
Do the research.
Yeah, you noticed already, all you had to do is do a little bit of research. How much time is it for you to do telemarketing right now? Fucking zero, okay? He just invested a little bit of time. I was talking to my brother today. You can tell this is going to go down a dark alley, of course. And Walt, if you hear me, fuck you.
Sorry, buddy.
So I was talking to him about some of the no content books that we put out, or I put out. And I've had a little bit of success on one of the darndest friggin' books out there. And I would tell you guys, but you filched the idea. So we'll just say it's a no content book, and the theme is it's just a very niche specific product, and so people are buying it. And it's not like I'm making millions on it, okay? But I'm making enough that I know it's scalable. So working on this scalable concept, of course, I call Walt, and he's just brilliant when it comes to ideas. That's why I call him. I'm like, hey, can we get together a mastermind? He gets home and he's like, hey, let's go. He's like doing Google. He loves Google Hangout. This is like his new thing. He's just like,
I know. Yeah.
Let's do Google. Let's do the Hangouts. Let's do the Google. I'm just kind of like, okay, all right. So like, it's funny. I get home and I got no shirt on because I just got done with my workout, getting ready to go take a shower. He's got no shirt on, so it feels weird. I'm sitting there like on a Google chat with my brother. We're both shirtless and pasty white. And, but, he's sharing some of these ideas, and he's like, yeah, I should do it. I was like, dude, okay, let me get you some of the templates. Nah, dude, I don't have time for that. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
The funny part about it is, if he did one, he'd be like, oh, man, I got time to do a couple of these a day. Or one a day.
Dude, okay. I'll let this cat out of the bag for you guys. no content books, all right? I believe, and I'm going to test it out tonight, and I'm actually going to get a timer out and do it, is no content books, I'm able to actually fire off about 5 in about a little over 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Dude, that's ridiculous.
Okay,
number.
and my profit is anywhere from $1 to as much as $5.
That's crazy.
Okay, so let's just average that out, $3. Okay, let's do the math. Pardon me, I'm going to turn off live chat just real briefly here, folks. So if you happen to chat with me. So let's just look at this. I'm selling at least one per day of this $3 book. $3 book times, let's just make it a 30-day month, okay? So I'm getting about $90. Let's scale this puppy up. Let's scale this puppy up. Let's say, for instance, I produce 5 journals a day, okay, over the course of, let's say, the next month. That's going to be about 150, right?
Yeah, 150.
150 specific, books, okay? Let's just say selling one per day. See, I've increased my odds and I've increased my chances of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm trying to do is massive fucking action. Hashtag that. Hashtag MFA.
That's the biggest thing too, man. And dude, how long did you say it took you? 10 minutes?
10 minutes. Now, it could be in my head, but tonight I'm actually going to see about sitting down and I'm going to really time it. So next week, you guys can hold me to it. I want to tell you guys exactly how. We're going to case study this thing. We're going to see how long. And then, of course, the next thing is what I'm not going to be able to tell you guys next week, because usually it takes a little bit of time before I actually see the sales kind of going. Probably in the next 90 days, we'll be able to see what that case study brings, how many sales I'm actually able to get from it. Because, sure, I'm doing 5 journals in the course of 10 minutes, but how many of those are actually selling? Okay? So let's just increase the likelihood by putting out more products. Now, not the same ones, just similar, but more specific to other niches.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
So, I mean, and I think I just shared with you that if I can do right about, let's see here.
It's like 1,800 or something.
5 times 365 days per year, that would be about 1,825 of these puppies. Okay? Now, I'm not saying any specific. It could be like, okay, I'll throw you guys a generic one. Here I'm going to throw you a bone. It could be a line notebook of I love dentists. Okay? And let's just say I love my dentist and I buy it as a gift for him. Okay? I made $3 off of that. Now let's say I got 1,825 of these particular journals. If I just sell one of these per day, okay, over the course of time, 1,825 journals, only just one per day, I'm looking at, that's going to go ahead, let's go ahead and multiply that by $3, $5,475, okay, one of each of those per day.
$0 invested.
$0 invested. Now, I know a lot of them aren't going to sell. You're going to throw some shit at the wall, it's not going to stick. So this is a best case scenario. But you're looking at, exactly. It's just a 0.1% is exactly how we figured it out. If we were just to sell 0.1%.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
That's outrageous, man.
Exactly.
And if it takes you, if you can do 5, were you just based on 5 a day? Still?
Yeah, and producing 5 a day, selling 1 of each,
In an hour's time to potentially garnish back about $5,400 a month.
It's nuts. It is nuts. So very exciting times ahead of us here. I'm going to check the chat before we disconnect and say our last words. I said we were going to keep things brief, and I definitely meant it. So, hey, if you guys do tune in with us Wednesdays at 8 o'clock. We're going to try to be very punctual on the Wednesdays because we're starting to get some really good stuff. I think next week I want to hear a little bit more about the telemarketing services and, of course, how it's serving you. And it's funny, I think it's like anytime one of us moves out a shot or something. So, any rate, join us in live chat.
Yeah.
All you have to do is, if you're listening to us on podcasts, thank you very much, all you folks over on iTunes, Stitcher, Podcast, Podbean, Pod whatever, all those things. You can catch us live, and you can actually talk with us directly. If you come over to YouTube, you subscribe to Bootstrap Businessmen on YouTube, and you'll live chat with us.
Yeah.
And I encourage you, if you're a small business, or you're a business owner, or you're an inspiring business owner, connect with us. We would love to share you with the world. I am not selling you anything. We want to give back.
Yeah, that's all we're trying to do. You know what I mean? Let somebody else share their story, their inspiration, what they overcame to get there, And it's all up here usually.
Really is.
Yeah.
And we can help you get over those hurdles. So that's all I have. Why don't you close this out, man?
Sure. So one thing that we did cover tonight was just talking about time. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if you take a little bit of time, do a little bit of research, you're going to find that you do have the time to do the journal's goal. But you do have the time, okay, and with a little bit of research, you can actually find and dig up things that aren't going to cost you a lot of money, maybe a small investment, very minuscule. So right here, everything that we've done, time is not an excuse, money is not an excuse, and, you can always create a product. So
absolutely.
Those three things are usually the biggest thing when somebody's trying to create or start a business that they get hung up on. But other than that, guys, thanks for tuning in. Wow.
I know. You're like looking at it, you're like, yeah, all right. It's actually technically we're at 41 minutes, but I think it's probably perfect that we go ahead and just try to wrap things up. So on behalf of Bootstrap Businessmen, I'm Dale.
Kevin.
See you guys.
Please support the show by simply shopping at Amazon through the link in the show description. Every time you make a purchase through the provided link, a small percentage of sales goes back to support the show. There's no additional cost to you, and it greatly helps us out. Simply go to the link, bookmark it in your browser, and do your shopping on Amazon while you support the Bootstrap Businessmen podcast. Thanks for tuning in to Bootstrap Businessmen.